you tell me why you're here today?
I don't know.
I was only just a kid, maybe 8, maybe 10. Didn't notice they would follow me again and again. Everybody said I lost control inside the toy store. Nobody stopped to ask what I was hurting for. We had moved not long before. They said that's why I changed. Like a different house could ever make this kind of pain. What they couldn't see was everything I never said. I was still trying to understand the day my father left. Sitting in that office with my feet above the floor. Doctor asking questions that I've never heard before. I kept saying I'm okay, I really wanna leave. But every answer that I gave sounded wrong to them somehow. Every sentence felt like proof I couldn't change their mind. Like they saw a patient before they saw a child. Papers kept on moving while I sat there feeling small, watching strangers write a story that wasn't mine at all. Then they called my name, told me I was staying. I remember looking back, thinking somebody would stop it. Nobody did. Band around my wrist, a bag for all my clothes, a hallway I had never seen before. And for the first time in my life I heard the sound of a door locking behind me. I don't remember my first day, not because it didn't matter, because after enough admissions, they all started looking the same. Walking through them doors, feeling lost inside the light. Everything felt blurry, like I never slept that night. Doctors asking questions like they already knew me. Every time I answered, they kept looking right through me. Nurses weren't the problem, most of them were kind, but kindness couldn't fix what was happening in my mind. They kept trying different pills, hoping one would make a change. Every bottle came with promises that all felt the same. I kept thinking I'd be home before another weekend came. Then another stay got added, now I'm learning everybody's name. Same white wall, same hallway, same schedule every day. Wake up, group, eat, sleep, then repeat it all again. Mercy, you weren't the place that broke me. Yeah, you were the place that taught me this wasn't gonna be the last time. I don't remember making friends, I mostly kept to me. Watching every calendar, counting days, I finally leave. Every discharge felt like freedom for a week or maybe 2. Then I'd end up right back walking through the same front room. Slowly I stopped asking when I finally make it home. Started feeling like these buildings knew me better than my own. I blame myself for everything like I always used to do, carrying no childhood scars that nobody ever knew. Maybe if I'd been enough, maybe if I'd been okay, maybe they would've never set me away. Ooh, looking back, mercy wasn't the darkest place I'd ever known. It was just the first chapter of a story that kept repeating itself. The first admission became the second. The second became the 5th, then the 10th, until one day, walking into a hospital, started feeling normal. 12 years old, back again. Different hospital, same story. Only this time, nobody was talking about fixing me anymore. "12 years old, they sent me up to Streamwood. Mercy wasn't working, guess they thought this one would. Walk inside confused, couldn't tell you what I felt. Just another kid watching life get dealt. Hallways got longer, rules got stricter. Every stay got heavier, every smile got thinner. Wake up, eat groups, meds, lights out. Same damn cycle every day played out. Doctors kept talking like they knew what was best. I kept saying how I felt, they ignored the rest. Started switching medications every couple weeks, looking for a miracle that nobody could reach. Thought I'd do my time, then I finally disappeared. Didn't know I'd spend the next few years here. Streamwood, where weeks turned into months, months turned into years. Every discharge felt temporary, every admission felt expected. Saw more restraints than a kid should ever see. People getting slammed while they're begging just to breathe. Heard fights through the hallway almost every other night. After so long, you quit asking if they'll be alright. Violence got normal, that's the part that scares me. Stuff that would've shocked me stopped affecting me. Everybody fighting battles nobody could explain. Locked behind a badge, carrying different kinds of pain. Started making friends, all of us were stuck. Talking about going home, though we knew we were out of luck. Some disappeared, some came right back, like the front door had our names already attached. Once a month, then every other week. Then it got so common staff recognized me. Didn't have to introduce myself no more. Walked through the metal doors like I'd done it before. Stopped asking if this was my last state. Truth is, I already knew it never worked that way. People talk about growing up with Friday night lights. I grew up counting room checks every single night. They remember classrooms, I remember quiet rooms. They remember school bells, I remember locked units. People ask me where I spent my teenage years. Streamwood, I don't remember every admission. I remember the feeling, walking back through those doors, knowing I'd probably see them again. They said maybe 6 months will do what 6 years couldn't. So they packed my bags and sent me out of state. 13 years old, now I'm crossing state lines. Doctor saying long-term treatment probably saved my life. Didn't ask what I wanted, they already had a plan. Next thing that I knew, I was riding in a van, middle of nowhere, couldn't tell you where we at. Just knew every mile put me farther from my path. First residential, thinking how long am I gone? When they said 6 months, I quit asking to go home. Wake up, same schedule, same group, same meds, different walls, same thoughts, running circles in my head. Little more freedom, at least that's what they said. Still counted every hour, wishing I was somewhere else instead. 6 months felt like 6 years, different place, same fears. I wasn't living, I was waiting. Some staff actually cared, I'll give them that respect. Others talked down to us like we wasn't worth the check. Kept my head low, never really made friends. Figured getting close only hurt you in the end. Another fight breaking out, another cold called in, another kid on the floor while they wrestled them again. After seeing it so much, it quit feeling strange. Crazy what your mind starts accepting after pain. Started feeling empty, wasn't even mad, just counting down the days that I still had. smoke turned quiet, couldn't hear it anymore. Just another number walking through another locked door. And one day they said I was leaving, thought maybe somebody finally believed in me. Nah, school district quit paying, that was it. Packed my stuff, signed some papers, walked out the front door. Not because I got better, because the money stopped. That's the part that stayed with me. 6 months gone, new scars, same kid, next stop, back to reality. By now, I quit asking where they were sending me. Hospital, residential, didn't matter. A locked door was still a locked door. – 14 years old, back on another van. Left Streamwood after waiting on another plan. 2 months on the unit till a bed finally came. By then every transfer started feeling the same. Didn't even ask why, quit caring about the reason. Fighting the same cycle every single season. Backpack, paperwork, name on another file. Thinking how many more places till they leave me for a while. Pulled up to another program, middle of nowhere again. Another fresh start they kept promising will finally begin. Kept my head low, figured I'd just play my role. Didn't think another building could fix a broken soul. I wasn't scared anymore, I was tired, different place, same life. When you've been sent away enough, you quit asking why. You quit asking why. Yeah, I'll give them credit, this place felt different. Staff actually talked to me like I was a person, not another folder with a diagnosis written. Still had rules, still had groups, still had doors that locked. But for the first time in years, I didn't feel completely lost. Made a couple friends, kept my circle pretty small. Everybody carried baggage, we just never said it all. Still so fight, still restraints, I ain't hiding what was true. Just wasn't every single day like the places that I knew. Problem was, by then I already changed. Been so many years getting sent away. Started believing maybe I was why everybody walked away. Caught myself the problem before anybody else could. Carried all that blame like I probably should. Didn't know how to trust hope no more. Even when somebody opened up another door. Stayed there over a year, maybe 2. When you've lived that long inside a program, it starts feeling more familiar than home. People think every place leaves the same scar. They don't. Some hurt because of what happened. Others hurt because they showed you what life could have looked like. Funny, the place I was supposed to hate ended up feeling more like home than home ever did. 15 years old, back inside another room. Another set of doctors saying they know what to do. Streamwood shut the door, guess they finally gave up. Sent me somewhere new, like I wasn't enough. Didn't ask no questions, I quit doing that before. Every stage started looking like the one before. Truth is, I was tired, didn't care what came next. Life was getting heavier, sitting on my chest. Walked on to the unit thinking here we go again. Ready for another fight, I knew I couldn't win. But something felt different the minute I walked in. Like I could finally breathe underneath my skin. I wasn't happy, I was finally at peace. Not because the pain was gone, cause nobody expected me to hide it. Everybody on that floor carries something deep. Different kinds of stories, different reasons they couldn't sleep. Didn't have to fake a smile, didn't have to play pretend. Nobody judged the cracks because they all had them. Talked with people who understood what silence meant. Didn't need a long explanation every time I vented. Crazy how complete strangers made me feel alright when I spent years feeling alone every single night. Visits came around, families filled the room. Watched the way they hugged their kids like they couldn't wait to see them. Then my grandma walked in and all I felt was distance. By then the trust was gone, I couldn't fake forgiveness. Sad part is, sometimes watching somebody else's family felt more like home than sitting across from mine. Eventually they discharged me, sent me back outside. But for once, the hardest part wasn't leaving, it was leaving the people who actually understood. Some places teach you fear, some teach you survival. This one taught me that broken people can still make each other feel less alone. Another building, another intake. Only difference, this time nobody called it treatment. 15 years old, now I'm walking through the gate. Police talked about this for years, guess they couldn't wait. Something happened at the house, next thing I was gone. Didn't fight it, truth is, I'd already moved on. Wasn't scared of juvie, heard the threats 100 times. After all them hospitals, this just felt like another line. Different uniforms, different rules to obey. Still waking up, wondering how long I'd have to stay. Everything got stricter, every move got watched. Every door stayed locked, every privilege got lost. Funny thing is, I still slept better there than I ever did at home. By then, I quit asking, why me? This is life, at least that's what I believe. Yeah, didn't make friends, mostly stayed to myself, didn't need another story. Sitting on a shelf, kept my head down, counted every passing day. Trying not to think too much, just trying to get away. Didn't feel angry, didn't feel afraid. Just another kid, learning how to survive another place. Started feeling like nobody really saw me. Just another name, passing through another system quietly. People ask if juvie changed me. Truth is, by then, I was already changed. After years of hospitals, locked doors stopped feeling different. Rules stopped feeling strange. The hardest part wasn't being there. The hardest part was realizing it felt normal. Eventually, they let me go. Probation papers in my hand, walk back outside, still wondering if I'd ever really leave any of this behind. Hospital, residential, juvie, different names, same feeling. 2 weeks before my 16th birthday, I asked to go back. Not because I wanted treatment, because I wanted out of my own house. Yeah, 15 years old, running out of fight. Home got heavier every single night. Told my grandma, send me somewhere else. Didn't even care if it meant another shelf. Crazy looking back, but that's just where I stood. A residential program sounded better than home could. Packed another bag, took another ride. Looking out the window, leaving everything behind. Didn't know I stayed there through my teenage years. Didn't know I laughed, didn't know I faced my fears. Walked in thinking, just a little while. Life had different plans, waiting another mile. For the first time, I wasn't counting days. I was finally living, instead of just waiting. Still had rules, still had groups, still locked doors. Still the same paperwork I seen before. But something changed, maybe it was me. Started building friendships that actually meant something. Found people who understood where I've been coming. Nobody had to ask why I stayed so quiet. Most of us were fighting battles we couldn't put in writing. Had bad days, had hard nights. Ain't pretending everything was alright, but compared to where I've been before, I finally felt like I could breathe a little more. After a year, I asked if I could leave. Thought I was finally ready to figure out life. Stayed anyway, time kept moving while I learned who I'd become. Graduated high school before my chapter there was done. Never thought I'd say a place like that felt safe. But sometimes safety shows up in unexpected ways. People hear the word institution, they only picture pain. I remember pain, but I also remember healing. 19 years old, walking out with a diploma. Not because the journey was easy, but because for the first time I believe there might actually be a life waiting for me. Waiting for me. 1 year, that's all I got. 1 year thinking maybe that part of my life was over. Then another pair of handcuffs. 20 years old, standing in another line. Same cold feeling running through my mind. Almost like juvie, just a different name. Funny how the cycle always played the same. Backseat ride, staring out the window glass, thinking all the progress disappeared too fast. Thought I left this life somewhere back then. Guess locked doors found me once again. Walked inside quiet, didn't have much to say. Already knew how intake worked anyway. Different building, same routine, different badge, same scene. I wasn't scared, I wasn't shocked, I was just done. Cold little cell with a metal bed frame. I was moved slow, every day looked the same. Mostly kept to myself, slept the time away. Only waking up for meals or another court date. One guy stopped by, handed me a book. Smallest act of kindness at the worst point of the road. Spend more time with those pages than I did with my thoughts. Cause thinking too long only tie my mind in knots. Silence quit bothering me. I've known it too long. What hurt the most wasn't sitting in that cell. It was realizing I couldn't keep rebuilding bridges that kept getting burned by then. Something inside me finally broke. Stopped waiting for people to understand me. Stopped hoping somebody would save me. Cause every time life fell apart, the only person still standing beside me was me. Released on bond, 6 months walking in and out of court. Another year of probation, another reminder that leaving the cell doesn't always mean you're free. Hospital, residential, juvie, jail. Different buildings, different uniforms, same feeling. Discharged. Funny word. Makes it sound like everything's okay now. Started as a kid with a wristband on my arm. Everybody said they only wanted me from harm. On a mission, turn the years I couldn't count. Every locked door slowly changed what life's about. Hospitals, residentials, juvie, then jail. Every chapter left another story I could tell. People see the timeline. I remember how it felt. They discharged my body, never discharged my mind. Some scars fade away, some stay for life. They say healing isn't linear, guess they're right. Some days I feel like that scared kid walking through admissions for the first time. Other days I remember the people who helped me stand, the ones who looked past the paperwork and actually shook my hand. This album ain't about blaming every place I stayed. Some people cared, some really tried, some probably saved my life without ever knowing it. But every building left something behind, and every building took something too. If you made it this far, thanks for listening. Not because I want sympathy, not because I want excuses, because this is what happened. These songs and memories, some clear, some blurry, but every one of them helped make me who I am today. I'm not that little kid anymore. I'm not another patient, I'm not another inmate, I'm not another case number. I'm Xilence, and this is how I survived. Hospitals, residentials, juvie, jail, different buildings, different uniforms, same locked doors. The paperwork says discharged, but nobody ever tells you how to discharge the memories. Silence.